Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. It's May 28th, 2018. I'm Eric, and we are at Zero Hedge, Ebola breach, vomiting patients in active phase, smuggled out of quarantine, die within hours. Congo health officials are scrambling to contain the country's newest Ebola outbreak, which made its way from the small remote town of Bikoro to the town of Mbandaka, home to around 1.2 million residents. On Thursday, Dr. Jean-Clement Cabral of Doctors Without Borders revealed that 2 vomitants in the active phase of the disease were smuggled out of quarantine on Monday, put on motorcycles, and taken to a prayer meeting with 50 people, where they died hours later. The escape was organized by the families with 6 motorcycles, as the patients were very ill and couldn't walk, Cabral said at a news briefing in Geneva after returning from the affected region. They were taken to a prayer room with 50 people to pray. They were found at 2 in the morning, one of them dead, one was dying. So that's 50 to 60 contacts right there. The patients were in the active phase of the disease, vomiting. Health officials started trying to trace the motorcycle drivers and other people who came into contact with the patients as soon as the escape was reported. Dr. Peter Salama, head of emergency response at the World Health Organization, told Reuters on Thursday. From the moment that they escaped, the health ministry, WHO, and partners have been following very closely every contact, he said. Now, you have to wonder if they will even be able to trace all of these people down. Ebola is highly contagious through bodily fluids and can move from infected animals to humans who came in contact with contaminated blood. For those who come into contact with the disease, the incubation period lasts between 2 and 21 days, with a fatality rate of 42.3% in the current outbreak. While Congo's health ministry says the death toll stands at 12, the WHO puts the total number at 52 cases and 22 deaths as of Wednesday, with the number of suspected cases while the number of suspected cases has spiked over the last several days. Most of the cases have occurred in men in their 40s, with men in their 20s hit second hardest. The current outbreak began in the small lakefront town of Bikoro and quickly began to spread. The outbreak was declared on May 8th And by mid-May, concern began mounting as CBC notes, the river is a lifeline essential for the moving of people and products through a massive country with weak infrastructure. But the river's role in daily life also raises the alarm for some health officials, since Congo's capital, Kinshasa, is downriver from Monduka, or Bonduka. Now, is my computer going to start fucking up on me? Okay. While there is no known cure for Ebola, vaccines are currently being tested in Congo right now with the help from the WHO and other partners. The vaccine is not yet licensed, but has shown promise in clinical trials. The plan to vaccinate the most at-risk individuals first. So far, frontline healthcare workers have been vaccinated, as have family members with others who have had close contact with Ebola patients. Dr. Peter Salama, Deputy Director General for Emergency Preparedness and Response of the World Health Organization, told CBC's As It Happens that the ring vaccination method was used in a trial a couple years ago in Guinea to demonstrate that this vaccine used with that strategy can be 100% effective. Bullshit. The pharmaceutical giant Merck has a licensing agreement to develop the vaccine if it works as researchers hope it will. Merck told CBC News in a statement it will make the vaccine available to the world's poorest countries at the lowest possible not-for-profit price. Lack of trust between patients, their families, and healthcare professionals, along with religious practices, are often the reason for Ebola patients to resist or refuse modern healthcare options. In many parts of the affected region, it is standard practice to wash the body of the dead, for example, which can rapidly spread the disease. Patient adherence is paramount, said Brianne Prusak, a press official or officer for Doctors Without Borders. The quicker patients are admitted, the greater their chance of survival and the greater the chance of limiting the spread of Ebola. When we're talking about Ebola, one should keep in mind one alarming fact. And that fact is Ebola is patented. And what that means is Ebola is an intellectual property. And if it's intellectual property and patent or patented, that would mean it is man-made. So, tell me what you think. Is it going to end up like the other outbreaks from previous years? Will it just fizzle out? Or will one of these patients end up spreading it to an individual who ends up on an international flight? And will it be intentional? Only time will tell us the answer. Hopefully, by the time we get it, it's not too late. Till next time, kill the state before the state kills you.